match tomorrow?
Yeah?
Yeah, local derby game. Newcastle's playing Sunderland. Should be a hell of a game.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got a couple of free tickets if you fancy it.
Nah.
No? Ah, just a thought. Thought we could have maybe had a couple of beers after the game. Never mind. Who's your team then?
Don't have a team.
Every bloke's got a team.
Not this bloke.
Where's Spender?
Well, he's back on the street, sir. As you suggested was the best thing.
But what I said, Sergeant, was I thought Spender's talents lay in the gutter rather than behind a desk.
Aye, right. Same thing, I reckon, Mr. Gillespie. He's where he's best employed.
So I'll start again. Where is Spender? Well, do we have a case number? A file? A reference? Oh, thank God. Do we have a phone number? Or a poste restante?
Pardon, sir?
Poste restante, Boyd. It's French for poste restante.
I've no idea where he is.
Can I give you a hand?
Astrid?
I know why you're leaving. Was it such a terrible prospect?
No. But that's another reason for going.
Can we still be friends?
I hope so. I better get this in the car. It's beginning to stretch my arm.
Centre stand. Derby match. And he knocked it back. What sort of a bloke is he?
KGB.
Eh?
KG bugger.
And you gave him my ticket before you gave it to me?
Well, you were always my second choice, Dan.
I didn't tell Gillespie you were in the glass works. I sort of lied. Said you were under deep cover.
Deep cover? Sounds suitably mysterious.
Any joy yet?
No, he doesn't give anything away, this feeling guy.
How'd you get onto him?
Terry Noel.
How did Terry get onto him?
He got a phone call tying feelings to a security van blag that went down in Bristol a couple of years back. One got shot dead.
And there's no form on this guy.
No. I got his prints of the T-mug, but nothing. He may be completely straight.
Well, he's obviously not from round here.
How do you reckon that?
Well, he turned down the ticket for the game. You want anything?
Tea.
a mate called Wiz.
Yeah? Why?
He's in hospital.
Whiz? What happened there?
Motorcycle accident. Kids today, you cannot tell them. You little turds wander off your patch again. You're going to be watching the next home game from down there. Now, where's Plaguey?
I don't know. I don't know, man, honestly. I know he'll be tonight.
Relax, lads. It's not the record company.
Cooking, eh?
Well, it's only a rough mix, as they say in the trade.
Spender's sitting in though, isn't he?
Oh, he'll be by later.
Sometimes wished I did this, you know. Good crack, lot of laughs. Always liked hanging with musicians. Never got beyond selling them a bit of dope, like. Hey, Keith. Just for once, could I not bang a tambourine, you know? Hit a cosmic bell, maybe.
You missed the sound check stick, what can I tell you?
I reckon most music's been crap since the King, anyway.
Aren't you being a bit unfair on the Bay City Rollers?
That's his local. Always comes round same time, early evening. Doesn't stay long. Takes a couple of bottles home, in a bag.
Lives round here, then?
Maisonette, a couple of streets away. Yeah. Check out the name on the rent book, would you?
Why don't we just get some of the boys up from Bristol? Take a look at his mug.
Because the guys who did the blag in Bristol were wearing masks. It would help if I could get him to open up a bit, but he's as tight as a clam. Look a bit obvious if I just went walking in there, wouldn't it? But not with you.
Me?
Yeah. You're a mate. You live round here.
Look at the time, man. What am I going to tell my Doris?
Hmm?
Promised her I'd mow the lawn.
Deep cover?
Deep shit, more like it.
Hello, Joe. That's a bit of a coincidence. I've never ever been in here before. This is Dan. He's a mate of mine, lives not far. This is Joe. I work with Joe.
Ah, how'd you do?
Nice to meet you.
Gave Dan your ticket to the match.
Ah, you're missing out. You're local too, is it?
Yeah, I suppose it is. Haven't seen you here before, though.
Me? No. Well, sometimes, like.
It's his wife, I think. He never lets him out of the house. Get you another one, Joe?
No, no thanks.
You got a wife too, have you?
I live with my sister. She's having a bit of a rough time at the minute, that's why I'm up here.
Oh, from where, Joe?
South. Right, I'll best be off. I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Nice meeting you now.
Yeah, you too.
Some fell on stony ground. It's the Bible. Forget the whole quotation, but you know what I mean?
Some of the time.
Oh, we man, have a proper drink.
He's all right, don't worry.
Bollocks, bet, okay?
Who's he?
Blakey. I've known him for years. He gets a bit out of it, but he's all right.
You all right?
I'm bushed. Is it the effect of my debilitating illness? Or are we just too old for all this shite? You all right, Pet?
Yeah. You seen Blakey, Keith?
Not since we finished.
He's just disappeared. Your bag's in his car as well. Got no money.
I'll give you some cash for a taxi, but the van's not going your way.
Which way you headed?
Eaton.
I can give you a lift.
Are you sure?
No problem.
Great. Thanks. Really, I mean it.
No problem. You'll probably find your fella stretched out on the settee or on the doorstep.
We don't live here. I mean, he's got a key, but we don't live together. You know, when something goes on a long time, you just accept it, whether it's good or bad. It's like that with Blakey and me.
Well, it's none of my business, really, is it?
No. Well, thanks. Night.
Bye.
Is that the old car they're looking at?
Can I help you?
Is this your car?
Yeah,
Use it at the weekend?
some of the time. Why?
Would you mind coming down the station, sir?
Are you off your friggin' trolley, lad, or what? Sending uniformed Bill down to a stakeout? Having them haul my horse in here? What are you playing at?
I've had a word with the CID lads. It wasn't their fault, though, really. They were just following procedures.
What procedures?
I don't think I should at this.
Dan, what procedures?
Tanya Conway?
Well, is that supposed to mean something to me?
Well, doesn't it?
No, Dan. I gave a girl a lift home on Saturday night. Her name was Tanya.
Tanya Conway. Late on Saturday night, early on Sunday morning, someone beat the living daylights out of her. The thing is, a neighbour clocked her registration, wrote it down. Your registration. Now, I know that doesn't mean... Well, you know, I know we shouldn't... I mean, I personally know that you would never. You could never.
Well, that's all right, Dan. I understand.
Thank God for that. Oh. Well, I'm sorry about giving you such a visible pull. Probably sunk your chances of a score with feeling.
Not necessarily. If Phelan's the type of guy that we think he is, you may have just done me a favour.
Really?
Where's the girl now?
RVI, but she's not talking. I'll send a couple of our lads over, see if they can get...
Don't do that, Dan. I'll go.
Spender. There's procedures.
I think we've had enough procedures for one day, Dan, don't you?
They're pretty.
I would have been here sooner, but I only just heard.
How did you hear?
I got arrested.
Sorry. How do they know about you? I said nothing.
You said nothing about anything, as far as I can gather.
These things happen. You read about it often enough. Never think it that.
Tanya, you weren't robbed, you weren't raped, it wasn't random. Somebody came looking for you. Who was it? Your boyfriend?
No. Of course not. I've told the police everything I know.
Have you?
What's it got to do with you?
I just thought you might want to talk to someone.
I hardly know you.
I'll go and have a word with this sister. See how you're doing. Get well soon.
Yeah. Take this to his, will you? It's through there.
Right. Oh, see you later.
What's the story on this guy, Blakey?
Who?
That clown from the gig. I gave his girlfriend a lift home. Tanya.
Told you I've known him for yonks. He used to be one of the roadies. When we were big.
Still a fan, I gather.
So what of it?
So what does he do now?
Spender, you sound like a policeman.
I am a policeman, Keith.
Well, you never used to sound like one before. Not with me.
I never thought I'd need to. Not with you.
Look, if you want to talk to Blakey, I've got his address somewhere.
I shouldn't think he'll be there. You see, on Saturday night, Tanya got the shit kicked out of her. And I think whoever did it was looking for your friend, Blakey.
She okay?
Just. So, what does Blakey do?
He's a fly-by-night.
Hmm?
He puts up fly posters. He put up a load for the gig, but that was for free. Mostly he works for London people. Record companies, publishers, promoters.
But it's illegal.
Well, that's why I didn't want to drop Blakey in it.
No, I mean, how's he work for major companies when it's illegal?
Well, they cover their asses by contracting him under the assumption that he's got legitimate sites. It's not their liability if he sticks them up in your grand's garden shed.
Does he have legitimate sites?
Shouldn't think so.
Keith was being a bit cagey, wasn't he?
Only because of his mate's business.
I wouldn't bother if I was you. You're best off out of it.
There's 2 people in hospital, man. And if this guy Blakey looks to get squared up, there'll probably be more.
Yeah, but you weren't briefed to do this, though. It's not a police thing.
There's cowboys running riot out there, man. Of course it's a police thing.
You sound very wired up. I'm going to clean up this town if it's the last thing I do. Hey, I suppose I'm your Doc Holliday.
I told you not to gobble those crisps down so quickly.
No, that's Doc Holliday. He had TV. Card sharp, gunslinger, and chronic consumptive. Do you not watch The Magnificent Seven?
Here, focus your outstanding intellect on that.
What is it?
It's an address. I followed Blakey and another guy from the hospital. Blakey bailed out at the station, so I stuck with the other guy. So...
Night work.
Yep.
What are you going to be doing?
Overtime at the glass factory.
Well, Catherine. Well, yeah. She tried to get me a day of Harry H's. I don't know what that's about.
Maybe she wants you back. Maybe she wants to tell you that she can't live without you.
Can't live without us. How come she's not already dead?
What, the police won't be here?
It was a mistake. Got some form, see? From way back. They give me a pull every now and again. I think my mush adds a little authenticity to their ID parades.
Rise and shine.
What time is it?
6:10. You look like Sleeping Beauty. I thought if I kissed you, I might have turned into a handsome frog.
You been up all night?
Been tagging the fly boys.
The what?
They fly by night. You get it? Blakey picked up our boy in one of the round about 2:30. Went down to Central Station, picked up some posters from parcels. They were at the coast road from Wall's End down to Tynemouth. But here's the killer. They were sticking them up on legitimate sites. They even popped one on the police bulletin board.
Cheeky.
Madness. I used to know boys used to do this when they were on the dole, short of a few bob. Police would turn a blind eye. Got better things to worry about than some rock star's latest albums defacing the beauty of some dilapidated fence. But you start sticking them on legit sites, you'll bring the heat down on yourself. unnecessary heat.
I'm gonna get a wash. You did well, Stick.
You doing this for the lass? Could have a thing about this Tanya.
I've got to think about what happened to her.
I heard you've already had a run-in with this Gillespie.
Captain Warmth. Yeah, he put me behind a desk at Lunacy Central for a while, but even he realised that was a daft idea. I think he was just flexing his muscle, you know.
No, my mate in personnel pulled me file as soon as Gillespie checked in. So he's just found out about me. Pity.
Spender? And you're Noel, are you? Until Friday, I didn't know you existed. Can you explain that?
Well, I've been pretty deep, sir. Tell you the truth, I didn't know you existed either.
My predecessor apparently was content to give you people a long lead. Pull you in occasionally for a pat on the head and a biscuit. Not anymore. I want to be informed. Do you understand? So, Noel, as the man who never was, perhaps you'd like to put me in your picture.
Slow week, Mr. Gillespie. But I heard about this old woman. Lives in a big house up by the airport. She's terrified, it seems. We sent a uniform up there, and, well, she nearly freaked. So I'm going to find out what's happening.
Missing cat, perhaps?
Rumours, you know. Fortune under the bed, that sort of thing.
What about you, Spender?
Trying to get in with a guy who might be on the lam. That's American parlance, sir, for on the run.
Come on.
Armed robbery a couple of years back, maybe. We must do this again, sir.
We will, Sergeant.
Missing cat.
Did you manage to mow the lawn?
Do you really care?
I've been worrying about it since the weekend.
Aye, I'll bet. I've checked out the house where your man Phelan's staying. Woman's a widow called Patterson, the two young'uns. Works on the Team Valley Trading Estate. Neighbour looks after kids. Don't know if she's got a brother. I'll keep working on that.
Okay. Well, listen, you're likely to get a complaint in today from a hoardings company about poster pirates defacing sites. Even plastered a police bulletin board, so you should know soon enough.
So what of it?
You just keep me in the picture.
What's all this about?
It might be something.
Now, look, if it is, Gillespie will want in on it. He insists.
I know. He insists on being kept informed. I've had the speech.
So what do I tell him?
Don't. Not yet. If things get a bit out of hand, then we make it official.
I can't keep you awake, can I?
It's just passing.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
How are you doing?
Felt better. Probably go home tomorrow.
Good. There's a kid in the next ward who knows your guy, Blakey.
Wiz, yeah. Works for him.
What happened to him?
Came off his motorbike.
Work-related, was it?
I don't know. Why are you asking?
Just curious.
Yeah, well, I wish you weren't.
Pet?
A mate of Keith's.
Really?
I gave Tanya a lift home on Saturday night.
You didn't mention that, Pet?
Wasn't in the best of shape, was I? Pet.
Keith told me about what happened. And I felt bad about it, you know. So I just thought I'd call by.
I see. Right.
Glad to see you're feeling better.
Mate at Keith's, are you?
Yeah, that's right. Dan got the call from the hoardings company, but it turns out that the posters don't belong to Blakey's team. It's part of a contract on its way to a guy called Phil Duffy. He was supposed to pick them up at the central station, but when he got there...
Blakey hijacked them. Met the train on the dot. Possibly the only train in history's arrived on time.
Might have a bit of a turf war.
Maybe Duffy put Blakey's boy in hospital, and this is his way of getting back at him.
Maybe.
What about this Duffy? Got form?
Little bit from way back, nothing heavy. Nice house up near the airport. His official business is ticket touting. Got a company called Gigs Galore.
I know him. I got Rolling Stone tickets off him a couple of years back.
I think we should pay them a little visit. I'd like to put a face to this guy, Duffy.
Doesn't have an address. Just a telephone number and classified.
He has got an address. They're in North Shields.
How did you find that out?
Stick, I have the full resources and backup of the Northumbria Constabulary at my beck and call.
Could you get them to shred my apartment tickets?
We wanted some tickets. Just called in on the off chance.
Ah, well, you want tickets, your phone. Who told you the office was here?
Dunno. Some guy in the pub, wasn't it?
The bloke we were shooting pool with, in the Hand and Flower.
That's right. Can't remember his name. Good pool player, though.
Shit hot.
Took me for 50 quid.
Right bloody shot.
Ah, well, what do you want the tickets for?
City Hall.
25th.
4 of the best.
Evil-looking bastard. Mad eyes. Mind you, when I was in the nick, there was this bloke in the next cell to me, looked like Charlie Manson. He was only in for pinching a bottle of milk.
88 quid for 4 tickets. I'm gonna have to make this official, else I'll never get my exes back up Gillespie.
Oh, hey, kid, we'd better keep the 25th free.
Hmm?
You do like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, don't you?
Hello. I'm at work, Dan. Well, glass cutters don't normally get calls on mobile phones. But now? All right, all right. This is not a good idea, Dan.
They pay you well at that glassworks? I just wondered whether you were making better money than we pay you. You seem to be stringing this one out, Spender.
I just haven't had a break yet, sir. But Dan's running checks.
And if nothing breaks by Friday, we hand in our cards, yes?
If you like. You're the boss.
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
There's some illegal fly posting going on. A couple of teams spoiling for a war. A guy by the name of Duffy I'd like to pop.
I can't help thinking you and DC Noel could be better employed. We'll discuss this on Sunday.
The ferry.
Good place. It's only 5 minutes from my squash club.
I know what he expects. Kick the door down. Everybody dive on the floor. Make the collar. Swallow the stats. Next case. The trouble with my job is I've got to try and convince people that I'm working when it seems like I'm doing nothing. It takes instinct, patience, means hanging in there when your gut's the only thing that's telling you there's a reason to do so.
Bit like pulling a woman.
I'd rather pull Duffy. If only I had a reason.
Catch you later.
I'm not dying, am I?
What?
Stick was over here half an hour ago.
Was he?
Wanted some posters for the next gig. Said he'd like to put some up.
You'd better get your posse together.
Hmm?
I think Duffy's about to make his move.
What do you mean?
Strange kind of fellow what packs his job in these days.
Fancy a celebratory pint?
Nah, better not.
If you change your mind, I'll be in Monty's tonight. Mate of mine's doing a gig there. Ta-da.
See ya.
I'll be out on bail tonight. I'm gonna be looking.
Oh, do yourself a favour, Duffy. I mean, with civilised entrepreneurs, man, enough's enough.
You reckon?
Oh, didn't wallpaper your house, man.
The posters on my wall were saying Moreland's Marauders. You used to work for Keith Moreland. The finger points your way, pal.
Not guilty.
No? Who then?
I don't know. I have an idea how we might find out.
No, I'll get that. How much is it, mate? There you go.
Cheers, Joe.
My name's not Joe. It's John. John Ives. I don't live with my sister either. I live with a friend. Well, you gotta tell somebody sometime, haven't you? You live a lie, they'll screw you. They say your sickness are your secrets. Shrink told me that once. I said.
I'm sorry, John. Yeah, go on.
Oh, I just gotta tell somebody, that's all.
Why me?
Well, you're all right, aren't you? You're no friend of the law.
Aren't you?
It's a long story, mate.
Don't go away.
All we want to know is who had your posters, man.
Look, Blakey, I can't help you. What more can I say?
That kind of decision could be very detrimental to your well-being, son.
All right, Duff.
Who's the geek?
I don't think this is your kind of gig, pal.
So, as I was saying, I'm on the run
Oh, yeah.
since August.
Just August?
Yeah. From the army. I was in Belfast. Saw a lot of bad stuff out there. Then my wife left me. For a sergeant. Mate of mine. You know, one thing and another.
Right, shitbrain. Let's see if this is your kind of gig.
Get you a good deal on the glass. The ferry? That's what you said.
I meant near it, not on it. Oh, dear God. Is it possible you could conduct any of your activities without destruction to human limbs or private property?
I'll bear it in mind, sir.
What about your man Phelan? What's happening there?
Bum steer. I had him pegged all wrong. He's clean.
All a waste of time and effort, was it?
Not entirely. I got some nice cut glass figurines out of it.
And your sweet old lady in the big house near the airport?
Found out some tearaways from Crudder's Park were putting the squeeze on her. Wanted 20 grand for her husband.
Kidnap?
Been dead 6 years.
What?
They were going to dig him up, hold him for ransom so she could buy him back.
Same time next week, Mr. Gillespie?